and welcome back to the third episode of Mama's Boys, brought to you by myself, Casey Walsh,
Vito Ferranti.
And this episode and every episode is sponsored by Annie Energy, even though it's not yet, but it will be. Shout out to Bryce, Warren, Josh, all the Annie dudes. Yo, I'm coming for it. I'm telling you.
So we want to start the episode with R.I.P. to Micaiah Bryant, R.I.P. to Adam Toledo, R.I.P. to Anthony J. Thompson, R.I.P. to Dante Wright. Police brutality is still an issue everywhere.
Every community.
All four of these people were under the age of 20, and it's so sad. Our kids aren't even safe in our community.
Younger than us, literally.
Yeah, I'm 20 here.
I'm about to be 22. It's just, it's just crazy that you see this happening and, trying to be painted as these people are adults. And like I said, it's hard to have to get, dark on here. But, I mean, this podcast, we're going to talk about everything. Yeah, and we want to touch on real events.
Yeah, we have to bring.
And it's a major problem. It's not, it's not some little let's push it off to the side thing anymore. It's real. And
Micaiah Bryant was calling for help.
Literally, she called the police for help, and the police are who shot and killed her. So we just want to, touch on those things. Rest in peace to every soul of that. We finally got some justice this past week. Yeah, Derek Chauvin, rot.
Finally.
Just that's all I gotta say. Just rot.
It took a while.
It did. It took a year. It took about 365 days almost since it happened for justice to, or as a lot of people, justice to be served. But regardless, that's one piece of the puzzle. We're gonna keep chopping away, but we just want to bring awareness.
And for me, as a white person in America, I understand that I will never understand what it feels like to be oppressed and discriminated against
at all.
I stand with you. So
absolutely, we both do. That's why we're not ever talking on behalf of you, but just to know that every person of color or different ethnicity, regardless, we're here with you. Not understanding what you're going through, but we're gonna fight alongside you.
Mm-hmm. And just talk about something that happened in our community. There was a protest that happened in Binghamton, New York. It was awesome. It was a very good turnout. Shout out to everyone who was there.
Shout out to Six.
Yeah, shout out to the people that put it together. But so at MacArthur Elementary, we actually went to
alumni
school there. Yeah, they introduced a book called "Something Happened in Our Town," which is about police brutality and racial bias. And it's intended for the ages 4 to 8. And shout out to the teachers that introduced that to the curriculum.
Honestly, yeah, because it's a big thing that needs to be introduced, and shout out to them even putting that in classrooms regardless. But sadly, as I've learned on Facebook, the Binghamton Police Department had made either a statement / an email or.
Well, so the Binghamton Police Department demanded that the school takes it out of the curriculum, and they demanded an apology, and the school board did it, and They failed.
Yeah,
they failed. We're through the Binghamton School District. They failed.
We are, and that's the one thing I love about the Binghamton School District that we've gone to, or that I know not everyone that might watch this has gone there, but Binghamton City School District is one of the most absolute diverse school districts. I'm not gonna say in the country because there's way more, but just that I've ever seen
in our community.
And without a doubt, in our community, the most diverse. So it just sucks to see this happen. It would suck to see it happen anywhere, but at Binghamton specifically. So BPD, if you're watching this, do better.
You
do better.
A bunch of wimps.
And that's Evan on it. I'm not gonna lie. Evan's gotten arrested 63 times. That's why he'll say that.
Yo, shout out Evan. Evan's got a mic today.
Evan does have a mic today. Honestly, he fought.
We're only three
episodes in, and Evan's been fighting for that mic, even though I told him in episode 1 that he could have it.
We're calling this the Evan Showed.
We'll call this the Evan Showed. But speaking of fights, I want to speak on a massive fight that happened over last weekend, and that goes by the Mr. name of Jacob Paulington, a.k.a. Jake Paul.
Jake Paulington.
And to be honest, I'm one of the only people I know that doesn't hate this kid. A lot of people, I'm sure Vito might not be I'll tell you what, I love Logan. Shout out to Logan, Low Gangsters around the world. But I don't hate Jake. He's a absolute master marketer.
Everyone just says how horrible of a person he is. You know, like
Absolutely.
You see what Pete Davidson was doing?
Bro, Pete Davidson had me crying at the Triller event. Also, really quick before we get into this, shout out Warren Lentz and the boys over at Triller. I'm lucky enough to be able to like talk to him on the regular. That dude is a fucking genius. He's the chief talent officer at Triller. And clearly it is working because, I mean, 1.5 million pay-per-view buys, selling out more than the UFC.
Wow.
Shout out to Warren. Shout out to Triller. You guys are honestly changing boxing.
How much money did they make?
About $75 million. I mean, and that's
Wow.
that's just like what they said. I guarantee you they made more.
So how long did Ben Askren last in that ring?
I think he lasted, what was it, like a minute 30?
Goddamn. Bro, like...
First round, goddamn.
Like, it sucks because I really wanted to see, like, Ben Askren win.
I'm not going to say... I'll tell you what, though. Jake Paul won me money. Bro, I said this in my Instagram post.
Good for you.
You cannot bet against the Paul brothers right now. I'm sorry. They're just winning. Like, both of them are winning. And I know it probably hurts to hear me, like, hear people, like, wow, I can't even talk. I know it probably hurts to hear that. But regardless, bro, he's winning. And
I just love how Pete Davidson was shitting on Jake Paul.
Bro, it was like right in the locker room next to him.
Regardless of what happens, Jake Paul sucks. And he's what do you say? He was like a shitbag human?
He was a shitbag human. He's bad for society. I think he actually might have even alluded to where Jake Paul should be thrown in jail. I think he might have made that statement.
I heard Jake Paul went out of his way to try to get Pete Davidson to come there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably
awesome.
Definitely.
You know, like Pete Davidson's just a clown.
Absolute clown. But then, like, I mean, you see that behind the scenes that Jake Paul is not really like this type of dude. Because when you got people like Drake, NBA players, Tory Lanez, bigger people. Like, I know Tory Lanez is a piece of shit.
Tory Lanez is canceled. Tory Lanez is still canceled. Don't forget.
Bro.
Don't forget.
Until I'm not going to front, bro. If that's real Tory, I'm going to be pretty tight because Meg is like a absolute queen.
Yo, it's crazy. Bro, I was listening to Tory crazy.
Oh,
Tory
I was on the Tory wave crazy.
Quarantine radio was...
million viewers.
Oh, my God. That was...
literally breaking records,
that was
breaking. Got in an altercation, and I'm, obviously let off a shot at one of our queens.
Two shots.
One of my.
This is all alleged.
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It is in fact all a little bit alleged, so I'm not gonna say he actually did this shit because I'm not gonna front. Like I'm a heavy believer that if he legitimately shot this woman who hates him right now, which I love you more than anything, Meg, he'd be in jail right now. So I'm just gonna wait.
He should be though.
No, that's
Meg's just a real one though.
Honestly, Meg is up there
because this is all alleged.
All alleged. Meg is up there
all
for
alleged.
Like my favorite, like just celebrity crush ever. But
right,
and there's no like in Meg. I'm not gonna lie, you're an absolute queen. The only reason I say but is because shout out to you for being with your man. I just really hope he treats you right. But
he better treat you right.
Honestly, because me and Vito were gonna talk about it. That what was I gonna say? Our celebrity crushes both have changed over the course of time, and mine used to be Havana and shout out Camila Cabello. No hate to you, but I am obsessed with Dua Lipa. You can do.
Bro, you've been obsessed with Dua Lipa. Is it because she learned how to dance?
Bro, she knows how to dance. She's known how to dance forever. Plus, it's like her voice, her swag. She's got one of.
She's got it.
Bro, she's just got it.
You know who got it? Well, Riri got it.
Riri got it.
Oh, that's my. Oh, let's talk about it right now. Riri,
let's talk about it.
Greater than.
Wait. Before he says this, because I know what he's gonna say. I agree. This is gonna make some of you mad, but it's got to be said.
Riri, greater than the queen bee herself, Beyonce.
It's true.
Facts.
Like, let me talk about it. Like, all right, so Halo versus Umbrella. What are we taking?
Umbrella.
I'm taking Umbrella, but guess what is even better than those two songs? Oh fuck, what's it called?
I'm trying to think, because I mean, there's all of Rihanna's discography. That's how you say it, right, Evan?
Correct.
Nice. Evan's our music guy.
Love on the Brain. Love on the Brain.
Oh, Love on the Brain.
Love on the Brain is the best song.
Well, and I'm not gonna lie to you.
Either of them ever came out with.
I think Rihanna gives
Rihanna's discography is so much better too.
Yeah, and you know how in the Drake era, how in the rap game, like getting a Drake feature is like that's how you know you're on. I feel like in the pop R&B game, getting a Rihanna feature, next to none. I would sell both my feet.
And you know what's crazy? She's single-handedly putting like Victoria's Secret out of business. Like shout out her for that.
Shout out Fenty. Shout out Savage Fenty. Shout out. And plus,
Shout out Fenty.
a Fenty model who did, I mean, she's way more than a Fenty model, but modeled for Fenty, who's your new celebrity crush.
Lizzo.
Shout out Lizzo. Lizzo beating.
Facts. But
Now what?
Now,
and I'm not.
If you go on the Mama's Boy TikTok likes page, you're gonna see Lizzo.
You're gonna see Lizzo. Now again, because I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Because shout out Lizzo, you are beautiful. But
Lizzo is beautiful.
What made Lizzo become your celebrity? Because
because people are hating on her. People are like, yo, why are you shaking your ass for free on the line?
Bitch, she's worth money. What are you talking about?
Yeah, she was like, I always been shaking my ass on money, and she was like, I'm a millionaire. Why are you telling me how to make money?
Not only that, it's just like, bro,
how you telling her to make money?
Not only that, you think Lizzo gives a fuck about TikTok money?
Facts. Like,
no.
Lizzo do be shaking her ass online.
Speaking of that, yo, TikTok, you need to like unshadow ban me like right the fuck now, because
what's shadow ban even mean?
Bro, a shadow ban basically means that if you go
Maybe
against,
you just have bad content, Casey.
If you go, that's crazy.
I'm just kidding.
My content is beautiful, yeah. But shadow ban, I was gonna say, because I saw a tweet that said that. It said you're not shadow banned, you just have horrible content, which is probably true. But being shadow banned means
we got great content.
If you go against the algorithm, or like say if like you do some shit that fucks with the algorithm, like say with me, like I've had an abundance of videos go against the community guidelines.
How?
Oh, just like either weed stuff, like reckless stuff, like just posting reckless videos.
Legal, though.
TikTok.
Yo, tell me how I posted a TikTok the other day.
Word?
Yeah, and Keegan was in the background of it smoking weed, and it got taken down.
Yeah, that's my point.
How did they even know it was weed? Like he was.
That's lit, bro. Yo, you know what else is lit?
What?
This new painting.
Shout out Winnie.
Shout out Winifred.
Absolutely. She really be on her artist shit. I'm not gonna lie.
She is amazing.
Shout out Winifred.
I painted a dog one time and it ended up in Lost Dog Cafe, but it got taken down after a day. I think it was people complaining that it was really bad. So
you want to know who else is on some artist shit?
Ooh.
Shout out Lyle Ringgold. So he's coming out with his new comic book series called The Watchmen, and he had a Kickstarter for it. Unfortunately, it ended. I found out about it so late with only like 23 hours or something left. I found out about it. Really? But I got my copy, or I got my pledge or whatever, and my copy's coming soon, and I'm so excited to read it. Like,
as you should be.
Not only is because what's so great about it is his comics are like truly gonna like be diverse and gonna like not just like some of my favorite superheroes like Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, all those characters were created like when only white heroes were glorified.
That's true.
So it's gonna be like truly diverse and like be real, and I'm so excited. Like I can't wait.
I'm high. Well, hopefully he'll be a guest. Also, who I'm trying to get on a guest here is one of the motherfucking mom queens, Miss Heidi D'Amelio. Shout out to you for following me on Instagram.
Shout out Heidi.
Shout out everything about, bro. The D'Amelio families, I don't care. It's one of those families that what they're touching is turning into gold. I love you, D'Amelio family. Just never forget that. And I'm going to be on the Dixie podcast, too.
Yo,
I don't know when. I don't know how. But I'm going to keep spreading this fucking joy until it happens. So shout out to your family. I love you guys.
Shout out the Charlie Cold foam.
Oh, bro.
I got it right this time.
I know we talked about it last podcast, but I had it again today. I have it every morning.
You motherfucker. Good for you.
Makes my day so much better. And I'm heavily addicted to caffeine. So, I mean, it just helps. So, shout out Charlie.
You know who else is awesome?
Who's that?
Kevin Garnett.
As Adam Sandler would say in Uncut Gems.
KG, get off the glass.
KG,
get off the glass.
Has that horrible... Hey, KG.
Hey, KG. Uncut Gems was great. You know what's awesome about Uncut Gems?
What's that?
Like, Adam Sandler plays Adam Sandler in every movie besides Uncut Gems.
Adam Sandler plays literally the epitome of Adam Sandler. Except that movie.
You know, Star Wars Episode 8.
Is he in it?
No. Mark Hamill, he sucks. Mark Hamill plays Mark Hamill instead of Luke Skywalker.
That's fucked up. That's kind of like that. I feel like that, like, Adam Sandler playing Adam Sandler in Adam Sandler movies is okay because, like, they're Adam
awesome.
Well, they're grown-ups and Billy Madison and shit.
It's not like Mark Hamill isn't awesome, but, like...
It's not Star Wars, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to be that fucking character.
Nice. And I know I'm jumping around here a lot, but Mark Hamill is, like... He's this... the second, maybe third greatest Joker of all time.
That's fine.
He's the animated Joker.
I'm just glad. No, that's perfectly fine. I'm just glad you didn't say first because obviously Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger. R.I.P. Heath Ledger.
R.I.P. Heath Ledger. You
Joaquin
absolute gem.
Phoenix did great. Obviously, like Heath Ledger sets the standard for anything. Like that's my favorite movie of all time. Maybe the greatest movie of all time.
Honestly, Dark Knight might be. Yeah.
That's my favorite trilogy ever.
Absolutely, like no question.
No fucking question.
But what were you saying about KG?
Oh, he's more fundamental than Mr. Fundamental himself.
Now, when you said that, and I'm probably going to get shit for it, but who is Mr. Fundamental?
Tim Duncan.
Oh, Tim Duncan, absolutely. Yeah.
Yo, I know KG and KD are different. But if you watch like a young KG, like KG brings the ball up the court, KG will like cross you over.
Well,
like, I know his handle isn't on the same level as Durant's, and his like shooting off the dribble isn't the same. But like he was playing at a different time. Two, he's, as he would say, 6'13".
Yep, facts. As he should. He's
like,
7 foot.
Like he's just more skilled than Tim Duncan. He probably had a better mid range than Tim Duncan too.
But also the one thing,
Tim Duncan just had the better career. He got more rings.
More rings and obviously 5. Yeah, and there's nothing. Absolutely none of this is down.
Minnesota
fucking
Timberwolves,
on Tim
poverty
Duncan
franchise.
Because we would never. But
poverty franchise.
But obviously, there's no saying what you were talking about with Kevin Durant and Tim Duncan, or with Kevin Garnett. It's like they're alike because Kevin Garnett was.
I think that's a great comparison.
But none of them are touching Orlando Magic Shaq. That dude, and I know we can't go back in time like that, but Orlando Magic Shaq was people in the NBA were scared.
Is he the most dominant player of all time?
No question. Dominant, yes. Now I'm not gonna it depends on people would be like, oh well, what do you mean?
Will Chamberlain 50 points a game?
I'll tell you,
you can't discredit that though because
I can't discredit that.
Anybody is ridiculous.
But I'm gonna say it right here because it's something that my brother always puts on Twitter, and I completely agree with it, and we always joke about. Show me some footage of Wilt Chamberlain. All this crazy talk about Wilt Chamberlain, and you can't tell me they didn't have camera. Yeah, they did.
You want to know why I'm not hearing it?
Why is that?
Because they did not record blocks and steals and that shit.
Bro.
All that shit when he was there. He probably averaged 20 blocks a game. Let's be real.
Oh no, I'm sure. Plus, also though,
that's a quadruple double.
And I'm not at all taking anything away from Wilt the Stilt because obviously he was a goat. But the people he was playing against too, Wilt was what, 7 foot, almost.
I think he was over 7 foot.
Yeah, and he was playing against people that were basically John Stockton times 1,000. And no offense to John Stockton, because you were an absolute goat too.
Wilt wasn't winning the rings back then though.
That was the Celtics, right?
So Bill Russell was.
Shout out my son.
7-1.
Jesus Christmas.
But I think he ran a 4.40.
Shout out Bill Russell for turning 112 or something like that recently. It was his birthday. He's an old dude. I don't really know how old he was, but he's father time right now in the NBA. I think he might be one of the oldest. I think Bill Russell literally might be one of the oldest living NBA players ever.
Bill Russell is the greatest champion of all time. Greatest champion ever.
Absolutely. Well, that's why one of those things when people will talk about the Michael Jordan being the GOAT. Well, it's rings. I'm like, okay, well then that means Bill Russell's the GOAT. If we want to talk about rings.
Yeah, but no.
That's what I'm saying. I agree. No.
So what the new trend on Twitter? What I've been seeing. Have you seen any spaces on Twitter?
What do you mean by spaces?
So it's this new Twitter thing. It's like Twitter Live, but there's no face shit. No, it's hilarious.
Oh, it's actually cool.
It's so funny. So at used to be Boogie Buzzins.
Of course I follow Boogie Buzzins.
He's not Boogie Buzzins anymore. He's Banksy now.
Oh, he changed his name?
Yeah, shout out Banksy.
Yeah, we don't even know who you are, but shout out Banksy regardless.
Nah, yeah, shout out Banksy. Some other guys, I know Teflon Enrique was on there. His profile picture was made side title, but they were talking about MJ and MJ averaged 28 in 82 games his rookie year.
He averaged 28 in 82
games on over 50% shooting. Banksy, that's crazy.
Banksy, I'm not going to lie. I miss Gatrick Mahomes. Gatrick Mahomes was a great Twitter account. Shout out Gatrick Mahomes.
You know who's not a great Twitter account?
Who's that?
Barry McCockner.
I don't like Barry McCockner either on Twitter. He's just I don't know. He's corny, in my opinion. Barry McCockner is just very, very corny on Twitter. And I'm just not really a fan like that.
So I saw the funniest TikTok.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're going to go over our favorite TikToks. Absolutely no question.
So
Speaking of TikTok, shout out the boys.
Shout out. So I saw the Rock got guac.
The Rock?
Yeah, it was just bad funny. The Rock like giving out free guac, but that was the funny one.
The Rock has a TikTok?
Yeah, The Rock has a TikTok.
Yo, I need to follow your TikTok, The Rock. Damn. I literally saying The Rock.
But at Ricky Cop on TikTok, he did like the baby.
Yeah.
The baby thing, like, let's go. It's the baby. All I need is let's go.
The baby memes.
Yeah, like he had the cutout of the baby and just his face, so it was just the baby face with just his mouth. He's like, "Let's go! All I need is sweet credit card numbers and those and those digits on the back, and you."
And then I love those.
Backseat tickets to my concert.
I love those because they'll post and then like DaBaby will send a DM with like the picture of his album cover and be like, "You see, it's totally me," and it's like, "Shout out the babies." Yo, shout out to the people I got on live right now. We're doing a podcast at the moment.
You're on live?
Instagram live, absolutely.
Oh shit.
OD, shout out them. Obviously, you know how we rockin'. I know we're taking a little route for that too. Water Gang. Yo, shout out Ranger. What's good, bro?
Ranger
shout out
Oxy?
Mickey too. What?
Ranger Octi?
Nah, my son Ranger Management.
Oh,
he's
Ranger
one of Keegan's bros.
Oh, word?
Absolutely. Yeah, I haven't seen Ranger Octi in a hot minute.
Shout out Ranger Management and shout out Ranger Octi.
And shout out Keegan. I love you, Keegan. I know he's not
Keegan.
hearing this because he's making. Shout out Mickey.
We were talking about earlier. If any of you guys who listen to this podcast want to have listened to Keegan, you gotta listen to him on Spotify.
Facts. Keegan is one of the most beautiful souls on the face of the earth.
Parade is one of my favorite Keegan songs. He was telling me he doesn't like that song at all. I was like, man, like I love it.
Beautiful song. My favorite song by Keegan, and he knows this because we've talked about it a million times, is it's called Joke, because he be, I know that sounded really, really good what I just did, but Keegan sounded like way, way better with it. So I promise you that.
Also, shout out one of my friends up at Albany, Kiso the Name on Spotify.
Oh, heard that.
Facts. He's dropping some fire music.
Plugins, but
definitely check him out too.
While we're getting into a little entertainment talk and stuff like this, I have to touch on it because it's some more TikTok stuff that, and I won't be accepting hate on none of this, is that it's official that Mr. Bryce Hall and Miss Addison Rae have broken up. Now, it was relatively amicable. Now, obviously, they did some fuck shit to each other, supposedly. Like,
are they both happy now?
They're both relatively happy. I mean, Addison Rae is Addison Rae, and Bryce Hall is Bryce Hall. So, I mean, they're worth millions of dollars and are going to be happy regardless. They're 21, 22 years old and worth $10 million a piece. So, yeah, they're going to be happy.
Isn't Bryce making $5 million?
Bryce, $6 million. Well, $6 million if he wins, $5 million if
once he walks in
for the exactly. So Bryce is getting an absolute bag, and that's what I was talking about earlier, which he's gonna be fine. But I get it.
$1 million knockout bonus.
$1 million knockout bonus, which I personally think, I'm gonna say it right here, Bryce Hall is going to knock the fuck out of Austin McBroom.
Fact.
Absolutely.
Austin McBroom been talking a lot of trash.
So much shit, but Austin McBroom is like 38 years old with like 9 kids, and he's only played college basketball. Nah, he's like 26.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm just shitting on him because honestly, anybody.
Yo, when you said no, Russell was 100.
But anybody. I truthfully, not just because that's bro, but I truly believe that Bryce Hall is going to knock Austin McBroom the fuck out. Also, I feel bad for whoever's got to fight Danny Duncan. He's a little like rascal, Florida white trash. That's just how it be. I'm trying to think who else are the fights. Taylor Holder against that one dude who fought Jake Paul from the UK or whatever.
Yo, Jake Paul should fight Francis Ngannou.
Jake Paul should fight Francis Ngannou. That's a really, really good take, and I'm kind of with that. I think he should fight him too. I don't know who would win that fight though.
I also had an interesting NBA take.
What's that?
Once LeBron retires,
Don't do that to me. It's never gonna happen.
I know it's never gonna happen, but like, once we're like grown up, like 50 years old.
Okay,
good.
Once
he's retired.
Once he's ready to go.
Once he's ready to go, because he's not ready to go. He's still out there winning rings. Him, D Wade, who just bought part ownership in the Utah Jazz.
Do you think he's Mormon?
No way.
Okay, good. I'm just making sure.
No way.
Shout out to Dwayne Wade. You're beautiful.
Get Melo in there. Get Drizzy Drake in there. CP3, Rich Paul.
I know what he's gonna say.
All you guys, just Snoop Dogg, everybody, buy the fucking NBA.
Buy the fucking and do it.
Do it.
Absolutely
KG,
do it.
they didn't let you buy the T-Wolves. Buy the NBA.
Buy the NBA.
Truth.
Francis Ngannou can throw in on that.
Facts.
And then fight Jake Paul.
Then fight Jake Paul. Yeah, literally.
But honestly, yeah.
Kicked you off of the cast, bro, by the NBA.
I'm trying to think. Do I want Black Cherry? I want Black Cherry. Absolutely. Yo,
Also,
shout out.
I hate to do it again.
Do it.
No, Terrence Clark, R.I.P.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, we don't want to get dark, but rest in peace, Terrence Clark. Just signed with Clutch Sports. So fucking
We
young.
hate that this is why we're talking about Terrence Clark.
Because he was gonna be a star. Absolutely.
Not only a star, all I've heard is like how great he was, like
as a person,
such a great guy,
cared about he was I'm pissed that I forget the name, but I feel bad for his friend who was in the car behind him.
BJ Boston.
And
I haven't heard much about what happened to him.
I just mean I feel bad for him that he walked away fine and he probably
fucking saw it.
That's what I'm saying, but thoughts to his family, thoughts to every one of his friends. He was going to be a promising dude. I do agree that whatever team was planning on drafting him should definitely throw some money over to his family. Oh, absolutely.
They should definitely call his name draft night.
Absolutely, just like they normally would have.
So he's from Boston, bro. Celtics. I'm a Celtics fan. I'd love to see that.
As we knew back in, I forget the date of it, so don't hate me for it, Boston Strong.
Boston Strong.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
literally Boston Strong. But regardless, going back to the NBA stuff, I highly agree that all those people should buy the fucking NBA.
Yeah.
Literally,
why
because
the fuck not?
Not only that, I mean, it's no secret that literally over every year, it's black NBA players who make the NBA what it is.
And the NBA is the best
Absolutely.
Association out of the NFL sucks.
NFL's whack. MLB is just.
I love Tom Brady though.
I don't even know. You'd have to pay me $100 an hour to watch an MLB game.
Yeah, I don't really like baseball, but those guys get paid ridiculously large.
$400 million.
You know what's crazy? What's ridiculous? Women's soccer players do not get paid anything compared to the males.
Yet they win.
Yes, they're so much better. They win it all. They win gold medals.
The World Goddamn Cup.
They win the fucking World Cup, and they don't get paid as much. So we need proper representation.
Honestly, yeah. Shout out to
everyone.
Just everyone on the women's soccer team and just all over. Obviously not just the USA team, but women's in general. Because I mean, women's soccer is I'm not going to speak on the Euro leagues because those are obviously fucking massive. But in the United States, women's soccer is supreme. Absolutely.
Yeah, and soccer isn't that big in the U.S., but it's women's soccer.
Yeah, and that's huge here.
At least for me, and you, who don't really pay attention to soccer.
To be honest,
that's what it is.
There's no chance I'd watch male USA soccer ever. It's the women who I watch. And I'm not going to sit here in front I watch them all the time.
Cup game.
Yeah.
The greatest year of all time. I'm pretty sure the fucking Italy won the World Cup in 2008. I'm pretty sure that happened.
It was Italy?
I think it happened. But they won it, and the Celtics won it all that year.
Oh, you were on Cloud 9. Oh, yeah, you said 08.
Cloud 9, 08 G's.
Now, speaking of that really quick, I want
to
ask, free Angie's, honestly, free the demon. I want to ask you what you thought about in the latest documentary that featured Mr. Ray Allen, that front and center in his living room was a picture of clearly his most favorite championship team, and that wasn't green and white. That was more red and white. So I just want to ask how you feel about that. He clearly doesn't value his up north family.
I'm sad.
Do you like Ray Allen?
I love Ray
okay.
Allen. And who knows? That could have been just some side room. Who knows?
It could have been some side room. I definitely think that was the centerpiece in his house.
Ray Allen knows that. So I don't know, because I'm supposed to be a real Celtics fan, and I love KG. And KG, is he rocking with Ray Allen anymore right now at the moment? So am I supposed to rock with Ray Allen? Because if KG's not rocking with Ray Allen, I can't rock with Ray Allen. So that's fucked up.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Where I'm not a Celtics fan, so obviously it doesn't matter to me. But if I'm in your shoes, if Dwayne Wade / LeBron James don't like someone, I'm not fucking with you. So if I was you and KG didn't like Ray Allen, I love Ray Allen because you came to the Heat and you won us a championship. You won us 2 championships.
Nah, it sucks because a lot of people don't know that the Celtics took the Heat to 7 games in the Eastern Conference Finals 2012.
I would take my hat off if these weren't on, but let's not forget too
that big three era was
one
great.
7-foot-tall, long-haired German man beat everybody.
I saw a video the other day.
Dirk.
It was so before the series was over, yo, Dirk had like a 102 fever. Like all the guys in the Mavericks were like, yo, Dirk is sick. What are we gonna do? But he played because he's a G.
Absolute G.
But before the game, like D Wade and LeBron were like, man, he got sick. Like yeah, they were mocking him, and Dirk was like, yeah, you know, like it's crazy. Like I've never sat out a game. I never faked an illness or injury. Like I do this. And you know what Dirk did?
What'd he do?
Came out and beat them.
Fucking beat them. You know what's
D-Wade
crazy?
did it first, though.
You know who did fake something? When Paul Pierce faked having to being hurt, so he shit his pants.
Yo.
The truth.
That's the truth.
That's
He hid the truth for a little bit, but is he a real one for admitting the truth?
As a truth. And
Truth.
like he's also a real one for, and I know we talked about this last one, but just having a personal strip club at home.
Facts. Yo, that's like, yeah, like.
I'm sorry. I was looking at this on my phone. Why is OJ Simpson free?
Yeah, the juice is loose.
Juice is fucking loose right now.
Yo, what if I did it? Isn't that the name of the book? If I did it?
Wait, he has a documentary out called a book.
A book yeah,
saying
like
if.
Like
I feel like if an innocent man should have something that said I didn't do it, or if I that like he's even leaving room for question.
If I did it is if I did it.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Jesus. Shout out Robert Kardashian though.
Confessions of the Killer by O.J. Simpson. It's the name of it.
Confessions by the Killer. Wow.
Yo, have you ever seen the Family Guy episode?
Yeah. Yep. Where he plays golf with them at the end and shit like that.
Oh my god, that was like wow. That was a turn for the craziness.
Quick question: what is out of the two animated series that I personally, those two are my two favorite. I think they're the two funniest. Series? What one do you think we will never talk about anime on this podcast? Oh shit, hold up. We're about to pause this shit real quick.
Pause. Shout out Mama's Boys. Rest in peace, King T'Challa. I'm trying to go to Wakanda.
Make sure the battery's still fine.
Chief Keef, he fuck mamas. I'm trying to give me some commas. So I can spend me some commas. Little bar. That's a fire little
bar.
Fire little bar. Was that rolling the whole time?
What?
Was that rolling the whole time?
Our audio was not that, no.
Alright, fine.
Ready? I'll do the clap.
And we back.
We had a little technical difficulty, but what we were first talking about is that right before that cutoff happened, out of the two animated series, what is your favorite between Family Guy and South Park?
Well, it's definitely Family Guy because I've seen Family Guy like through and through mad times. Mm-hmm. But like South Park is definitely very funny because
straight
South Park
no chill.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. Like Family Guy is like
more political.
Yeah. Like South Park does. Like
super political.
When they were shitting on Donald Trump, that was so funny.
Family Guy, and this is no hate because South Park's obviously my favorite out of the two. Family Guy is a more intelligent funny. South Park is straight just like fuck tit balls. Literally.
Have you ever seen the South Park animated movie?
Nah, not that one. So wait, Imagination Land?
Nah, I forgot which one it was called. But the animation in that fucking show or in that movie looks exactly like the animation that was in the Spawn movie.
That's actually fire.
No, it's not fire.
Oh, it's not fire.
Because the Spawn movie was like with real people in it. And
okay.
That's how the fucking CGI looked. So the CGI.
Oh, nah, that's not cool.
The CGI in the Spawn movie was on the same level as the CGI in South Park.
Jesus Christmas.
I know, Jesus Christmas.
Wow, that's actually.
Yeah,
damn.
Yeah.
That's some shit you have to be stoned for, to make it even good.
Guess what I was when I watched it?
Stoned.
Yes.
Oh, and speaking of, and it's coming up because I just ordered more. Shout out to Charlie Jordan. Shout out to Smoke Roses for the Go. They just dropped instead of roses, they dropped goji berries also. Rose cones and goji berry cones. Now,
what the fuck? You talk about goji berry.
I don't know what a goji berry is per se, but
look it up right now.
But I do know that it's like, the same thing. It's like organic as fuck, and I love the roses. I've talked about it 100 times. Smoke Roses is amazing. It's super smooth, makes it taste better.
We're gonna do it. We've been saying it. We're gonna do it.
Our next episode. I don't care. We're doing a Smoke Roses. Well, we've been waiting for good weather because we want to do it outside.
Yeah. We want to do a mukbang.
But we're gonna do a Smoke Roses mukbang.
Who's doing podcast mukbangs?
Us.
That's
it.
That's all that matters.
Who's doing a podcast getting high mukbang? Us. That's
smoking. Yo, we should cop some goji berries while we're smoking goji berries.
We are going to cop goji berries while smoking Smoke Rose's goji berries, doing a mukbang.
Are fruit mukbangs like a thing?
They have to be. I feel like a mukbang can be any food group.
Should we just get mad exotic fruit and do it?
I'm super down with that.
You want me to tell you?
We can literally film 2 different ones.
Want me to tell you what a goji berry is?
Yeah.
Goji berries are tiny red fruits packed with antioxidants and powerful medicinal properties. They're not only great for adding a pop of color to your plate, but also delicious and full of flavor. These berries are often sold powdered or dried, plus they're added to many supplements and juice blends.
So basically, Charlie Jordan just hit it again by making basically a super paper.
Shout out Charlie Jordan, you're doing it.
She's just doing the damn thing, and we're gonna smoke with Charlie Jordan. I don't care if it's gonna be on our 50th episode or our 5th one. It's going to happen.
I have one question for Charlie. I don't know if she'll be able to answer it.
What's that?
She'll be answered. Like, Charlie, do you smoke with Fonzo? Do you put grabba on those?
Have you ever smoked with? I know she smokes backwoods.
Yeah. So she
She had to have dabbled in it one time because I was watching the.
She's definitely experimented and put grabba in a rose.
Yeah, because I was watching the Smoke Rose's show, her 2nd episode, and she had Tana Mojo on. And Tana Mojo only smokes backwoods. That's why her lungs are so god awful. Shout out to Tana Mojo too.
God.
We love you. Honestly, a queen. But yeah, like I said, we are going to be absolutely doing a Smoke Rose's mukbang because those things are amazing. But regardless, it's just what was I going to say? Any more topics you want to touch on?
Shout out David Kirkman once again.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. I keep talking about that Static Shock movie, man.
That means it's that fucking good. But regardless, we're going to get more guests on here. Like I said, we're going to do mukbangs. We got a lot more in store for you. Like I said,
Mackie, shout out Sebastian Stan.
Shout out all them. We are sponsored, but not actually sponsored, but basically sponsored by Any Energy. So that's going to even keep getting more and more. So regardless, all I got to say is shout out to all our queens out there. We love each and every one of you.
Shout out Lizzo. Shout out Riri.
Shout out Lizzo, Riri, Dua Lipa. Shout out Emma.
Shout out Winifred.
Shout out our girlfriend. Shout out my mom.
Shout out moms.
Absolutely. But regardless, until next episode, we love that you guys are rocking with us.
Yeah, facts. We're having a great time.
Honestly, best time that I've ever had making any sort of content. I love this podcast, so we just want to keep it growing. So thanks to everyone who's watching. And like I said, we're coming back with more and more and more. And we love y'all.
I got PJs on. We got cozy. Cozy episode. Evan.